Hi, guys. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the weekly wrap up. This is Kendrick. And I'm Emily. Oh, damn it.
We almost, damn it.
You know what? You nailed it. You fucking nailed it, Kendrick. We just rehearsed that.
I'm about to say, our problem is we rehearse it always like 1 minute before we have to actually do it. We're like, okay, wait, let's do this. Let's try this.
It was purely my fault. If I had used my right hand, I could have nailed that.
Oh, no, you can't go ambidextrous. No, you got to go with the dominant hand always.
kind of do. The left is like I couldn't even, I'm like, my hand didn't know what to do. I was like,
when I do two, like in this hand, I literally have already like have it open. So I just like literally falls. It literally just falls. I'm like, nope, I can't try that. No popping.
Yeah, because the reason why we need to change it is because Kendrick and I will never get it exactly coordinated.
And it looks different for both of us. Like you'll look and you're like, oh, that was perfect. And I'm like, oh, we were like 9 minutes apart, but that's okay.
So I'm like, we have to stop. We have to stop. So we will perfect that now. That's our homework.
There we go. Leah says she loves the individual claps. Okay. Okay.
Well done. Right. I feel like we should, let's just do it up. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're having a morning or a day. Kendrick has been running around. He's giving us busy auntie energy, which is my favorite energy Kendrick gives me on Sundays, where he's like mid errands. He's like, oh, the things I've already been doing,
It's a mess. Cause I literally, I always time myself perfectly. I'm usually back at the house. I have time to make breakfast, like eat. Cause I try to do on Sundays. I try to do a little intermittent fasting, but not really because I still go to like 11 o'clock when I have my like last snack of the day. But I'm like, okay, I'll have time to eat breakfast. I'll do a little snacky pool after the podcast. Like, it'll be a whole thing. I literally, when I text you, I was like blood sugar dropping. Like I'm literally shoving an egg in my mouth right now. I'm like shoving boiled eggs in my mouth, bacon. It's a mess because I go protein heavy in the morning. So, but I'm okay. I'm here. We made it.
I probably should have nibbled myself as well.
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes, but I forgot. I did forget to eat because anyway, because I recorded my Miami recap for the Patreon before this.
There you go.
So there was just no way I could have done it.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
All right, let's talk Salt Lake City since that's what we're doing today.
Okay.
Now, I didn't know exactly what the lawsuits Lisa was facing were about, and I happened upon someone's post. Someone made a video explaining it, so I figure we'll open with that just because then that will give us some context.
Okay. We love context.
We love context. So I'm just going to play this now.
Bart Carlson, and he is suing Lisa Barlow. Bronnwyn was the one to bring this up on the season 6 premiere, and she said this was all in the Salt Lake Tribune. So let's take a look at what that article said. Bart Carlson filed a lawsuit against Lisa Barlow's businesses Vita Tequila and Lux Marketing, and he's claiming that she owes him over $400,000. Lisa came to him around 2010 and asked him to borrow money because she was experiencing severe financial difficulties and needed help covering personal and business expenses. And so Bart agreed to help. And at some point, he opened an American Express credit card in Lisa's name so that he could more precisely track Barlow and Vita Tequila's expenses. But it kind of sounds like there was no real terms of when she would pay him back and that the agreement was flexible because of his longtime friendship with Lisa and her family. And Lisa's attorneys are claiming that he has failed to provide proof of any agreement, and that his evidence, which is a series of text messages between he and Lisa, don't really prove any sort of enforceable contract. Her attorneys are arguing that even if he did lend her this money, she's not breaking any terms of their contract because by his own admission, the terms were flexible, and that this supposed agreement is far too vague to be enforced, and that it's far too late to bring these grievances to court. Because according to Utah state law, the length of time that an oral contract holds up is 4 years. And so Bart Carlson alleges that he offered Lisa a series of loans from 2010 to 2018 and first asked her about payment in 2019. And so he would have had until December 2023 to file a complaint. But he waited until June of 2024, so Lisa's attorneys are saying that it's untimely. Now, the other thing is, I think it was season 2 or 3, there were some rumors swirling about Lisa going to the Utah Jazz Jazz basketball game sitting courtside with some man. Or maybe it wasn't that she was at the game with this man, but that this man was getting her tickets. I don't remember. But the reason I bring this up is because in Bart's work bio, it says that his hobbies include attending the Utah Jazz. And so I was like, this is totally the guy that was getting her the tickets. And this might actually not be the only active lawsuit against Lisa. There may be a second one for a substantial amount of money.
All right. So now.
Wait, can I comment on a couple things first?
Of course.
First of all, I love that she just threw that fact in at the end. That just tickled the hell out of me. So I was not thinking that this was the Jazz Utah man, but now I am. So love that. But also, number two, more importantly than any of that we just heard, do you still have the old version of Instagram? Like, does it not make you update?
What do you mean?
Like yours in the top corner, it showed like my picture, someone else.
Yeah, what's that about?
That's the friend. It's, oh my god, it's the weirdest shit, but I kind of love it now. But it's the thing where, like, you know, you're going about your business, liking Instagram reels and stuff like that. There's a whole tab where you can click on and you see all the stuff your friends are liking.
That's what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what that is. But it doesn't look like that anymore. So like yours still look like I get so mad because every time I get on Instagram, it looks different. I'm like, what? Who changed this? Like, what is happening? But I used to like that. Yeah, you got the.
Well, now I'm like, do I have an old one?
Probably.
Do I need to update? I would rather always be updated.
Well, mine's always. It's kind of insane because I feel like every time I get on Instagram, the buttons are in different places. I'm like, okay.
Always. That is
always
genuinely true. No, that is genuinely true.
Uh-huh.
Okay, about this lawsuit. Someone in the comments said this as well, and I was thinking this exact thing. It feels very similar to Shannon and John Jansen. In that they were like, there was not a formal agreement on repayment type of a thing. But I kind of wonder if Bronwyn, because Bronwyn to me won this round against Lisa at that party, because it seemed like Lisa was kind of gagged by the things Bronwyn was saying. Like when Bronwyn said, "Not the one who lied to my husband about borrowing money." Like, I don't know, they edited them, so I don't know exactly what Lisa really said, but like there might be some truth to that. And if the argument for this lawsuit, like this person said, is that, well, there was never a formal repayment thing, and you know, technically it's been too long for him to come and claim payments. Like, well, did he really borrow that much money though? And she was just like, yeah, like, let me do it.
All weird.
That's kind of weird. No, it seemed a little. I didn't expect it to be that.
Yeah, I'm confused though. Maybe you can explain this to me. They said that he opened up cards in her name.
Yeah.
Like, can you do that for someone if they don't? Like, I'm assuming if she did that, like, I know you can, but like, if he did that, was she signing, like saying like, oh yes, here's my signature, or was he just like, oh, she wants me to do this, and like forging signatures or something? Like, how? I feel like that because I feel like if she's not bringing that up, then that means she maybe agreed to, oh yeah, just open these in my name, and that's how we'll do this money part. All that's confusing to me because I feel like I feel like they like are skating over that fact, and I feel like that's the biggest thing about the lawsuit.
It might explain it in the lawsuit. It might explain, like, he opened it up as like Lisa's business or something, and like, I don't know. But so that's the insight on that. I kind of never wanted to believe that Lisa was like being shady with her businesses for some reason, but like, I don't know, this loss, the way her lawyers are fighting the lawsuit is just kind of odd to me. Like, I was hoping it would be like the lawyers are presenting proof that she did pay him back, as opposed to the lawyers are like, well, it's kind of been a little long, and technically she doesn't owe you that money, and there was no repayment plan.
Right.
You know, so I'm like,
guy, he's been doing all this work and like not getting paid back. And it's like, yeah, but you know, you think that like an up and up business is like, you know what? No, you did do $400,000 worth of work. Like, you need that money back because we've been enriched by all of this. You like that Judge Judy term? You've been enriched by, you know, what you've done for us. So I'm gonna pay you back. But this is like, no, we don't need to pay you back because legally we don't have to. And that's always a little, you know.
Yeah. So the fact that that's the argument, I'm like, oh well, I don't know. don't love it.
Don't love that.
Don't love it. I don't love
it.
Okay, now let's get into the actual like episode because they're still camping. And okay, so about the whole Blair Witch documentary thing that they made, the commitment, okay? Because like I said, if this isn't fake, I'm going to be very disappointed in them for being this dramatic over like taking a walk because like even I would not do that. But the fact that the way Meredith answers in her confessional, she's like, the network's not going to let us die. I mean, but I was like, okay, exactly. Like that was I was hoping that would be the case. But then like, let's go back to that. Well done, Meredith. You dropped your camera. You sold that so well.
Right.
All of them gave some performances there. And I just think they're owed a little thank you for that. Thank you.
Bravo.
But they all did sleep in the freaking trailer.
That astounds me. Like astounds me.
Like they're sleeping in like Meredith was sleeping in a chair next to like Brittany, I think, or somebody, but like they were sleeping like I would have been miserable.
Oh my God. That's a lot. Mary, like it shocks me that Mary was like, you know what? Fine. Like whatever. That's crazy to me.
Like what have they said to her that's made her go, I need to keep doing this show? Because like old Mary wouldn't have even gone into the club. Remember, she just like stayed in the van or in the truck or whatever. But now she's literally sleeping in a motor vehicle.
I wonder if like fans have always liked Mary, but I think the tides have like truly turned to where like 100%. At first they did a lot of questioning about Mary because it was like, what's going on with that church, or what's going on with your husband, and you know, like all this kind of stuff. But I think now they're so loving of Mary, like regardless. I think she really likes that fan love, and so I think now she's a lot more willing to, even if she doesn't want to do something, she'll do it for the camera. Like content. She's like, okay, exactly, for the content, exactly. I
respect her for that because I would never think she would care ever about
that. I love that she drew her line the next morning though. She's like, oh, now bitch, okay. No bitch. I'll do a lot. I ain't pushing no damn RV now.
The best though for them, which kind of makes it feel like it's worth it, were the animals. They had this like that's just majestic. And I never see wildlife. So if I saw even a freaking deer, I'm like, oh, it's a deer. But this was like a family or so. It was awesome. It was like they were just right there.
Straight out of Snow White. Exactly.
Did you know they were cooking steak and bacon on this little grill skillet thing? Where was this last night?
Right. Like, why are we roughing it? And we did like, I must think like the guy must like did some running. He's like, okay, I can't have these women like out here. I thought they'd catch a lot more fish than they did. Like, I thought they'd be able to, have a little catfish on the side. He's like, oh no, they didn't catch a damn thing. Okay.
Yeah, they're probably like, for like legal reasons, they're like, we actually have to have a way for them to cook their food while they're here. Like something like that. It was just like, why would you not be using this for the asparagus the night before? Remember the asparagus? They can't even cut the steak though because all they have are the little plastic knives.
A mess.
It is a mess. Okay, but Heather opens up about how she's excited to be an empty nester, and I have to say though, I could not believe. I thought for sure that she had joint custody with her ex-husband, but they never ever spent the night with him.
That's crazy. Okay, this might be a little like Mormon ignorance for me. I would have thought that like the church would have had a heavy hand in being like, oh no, sure they can be with her half time, but like we need to make sure they're learning the values, quote unquote, that they need to be learning from us. So I would almost think that like they would have a heavy hand in like making sure they were raised, quote unquote, the correct way.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like it feels weird to me that like they weren't like Big Brother in this situation, like watching, because we hear so much about like when people aren't in the church or excommunicated, like whatever it is, that you're still like watched and follow, like all that kind of stuff. So that's a little weird to me.
Yeah. Like exhausting too.
Right.
Because then she's like, I had to act like it was all okay and normal and happy. And I was like, oh, you did?
Right.
Like, that's a lot. So,
Mhm.
okay, I get it. But then Bronwyn shares that she's actually the opposite. She moved Gwen's boyfriend in. So her problem is that she's worried that she didn't do enough. So she's not ready to let Gwen go and stop being her mom.
Mhm.
Heather obviously interprets this as judgment.
Mhm.
What Heather hears is, I guess I love Gwen more than you love your kids because I don't want her to move out and I can't wait for your kids to leave, or you can't wait for your kids to leave. So
Heather,
I know.
I try some because I genuinely like Salt Lake City is such a close to perfect show in the sense that like I don't want anyone to leave. I don't want like new people don't have to come. Like I like this cast the way it is. And so when I criticize someone, it's not me saying like I want them out the show. Because like Heather's someone I think is so valuable to this show.
Oh, yeah.
But she's also one that I'm constantly like, God, Heather, you are such a loser sometimes. Like you purposely like it. All of this is literally just to fight Lisa's battles for her. And it's like Lisa can fight. Like we see at the end of the episode, Lisa's more than capable of standing up for herself. Like she doesn't need someone to like constantly like be fighting her battles. But Heather always wants to be like the perfect sidekick instead of being a main character. And it's so frustrating. That the way I see it. Like she always wants to be like the perfect sidekick and not a main character. So like she's always like, oh no, Jen Shaw does this. Jen Shaw, oh no, Lisa this, Lisa that. And it's like, I get you want to be a great friend, but sometimes it's like, man, you got to stand up. Like you almost can't build good relationships with other people solely because of how connected you are to others. And it gets weird sometimes to me.
It's funny that you put it the way you put it because in this moment, this was about like seemingly Bronwyn made a mistake and then Heather was offended by what she said. But then when we get their lunch or whatever later, she's like, okay, but then why'd you say that stuff about Lisa? I'm like, why are you?
Right. I'm like, what a turn. Like, can we just keep this between y'all? Like, is that not okay?
Like, because that kind of proved the point that actually this was like her looking for an excuse kind of to be upset about something.
And you know,
go ahead.
But let me not say it doesn't necessarily need to be her fighting Lisa's battle. It feels like she just wants to be on the same side as Lisa. Is what I think I want to say.
I get what you're saying. And I mean, when they have their lunch, it really weirded me out that they kind of sort of resolve it. And then she's like, but I mean, what about what you said about Lisa? And I'm like, why is that your problem? Though?
Exactly.
Like, why is that weird. You guys together your problem? That's what I don't get.
I love your PJs, by the way.
Oh, thank you. These were like a TikTok shop situation.
Ooh.
Yeah. But they came with the matching bottoms that were so tight.
Oh, that's always the way it is.
God. Like, it was so depressing trying to put those on. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put them in the trash.
That's awful. One of the great things about recording, though. Only need the top up. So
yeah, exactly.
It's all right.
So it's like we don't need those. Anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, Whitney then chimes in and she's like, see, what's funny, Heather, is I wish I could be a stay-at-home mom, but now I need to make money. We get a little, so she says that they merged Wild Rose Beauty with Soul People. And so that is why now they've done this big announcement on Wild Rose Beauty where it's like, now it's just owned by Whitney again, the way it should have been or whatever. So I guess they must have like been absorbed by Soul People and they got rid of Soul People.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Whitney asks how Robert Jr. is doing, and she says he's doing as well as he can be doing. More on that later. But Mary gives Heather this like gorgeous speech about how impressive it is that she was able to raise 3 daughters on her own. I don't even know if maybe it was that gorgeous of a speech, but I think Mary saying anything nice to anyone, like complimenting everyone, I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Exactly. Because, even Heather said at the beginning of the scene, she's like, this person has issue with this person has issue with them. We never know where Mary stands with anyone. It's like, so when you get those moments, it's like, oh, that means a lot to me. I'm going to take that and live on that for the rest of the year. That's
what I'm saying. And also the reverse would be true. Like last season when Mary said to Brittany, like, you're a mess. You need to get yourself. I was like, oh, that just cuts.
Right.
Like for Mary to say that, it's just like that would hit me hard. But like if she were to compliment me, it would be like the equal feeling of joy. Like, shut up. I need to go tell everybody. So then it's time to go. And then I remember the driver. I'm like, wait, did he sleep in the RV too? But then, right? But then I'm also like, wait, where'd production sleep? Like these people, like they were like, God damn it, we're the ones who have to also deal with it too. We don't want to have to go sleeping in RVs.
Right. When they're probably at the Marriott up the street or something. Who knows?
That's what I'm actually wondering. Like, I'm genuinely wondering. I feel like they might have to put them somewhere specific because of like union reasons or something. I don't know. There's no union for crew on reality TV. But yeah, it's just like, where did everyone sleep? Like everyone else.
Exactly.
But that's when they get stuck in the snow and Mary lets them all go push that thing. And she's like, hard line. Nope.
No. They're like, Mary's not coming. She's like, no. Like what
are you really asking me that?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Before we stop camping, I want to call out. We got a couple of super chats. God, I forget the name of them every single time. God, super chats. Chloe, hi Chloe, aka Cat Lady. She says, my two favorite people. Happy Sunday,
Chloe.
I know, hi Chloe. It's Fly Chai. Hi Chai. Hey boo boo. She said, finally caught alive. I take an immense amount of pride in having clocked Heather as a massive loser from season 1, frame 4. I love that.
I like that the reference of the frame.
Yes. Love
season 1, frame 4.
We love us some cha cha. That is hilarious.
Alrighty, Heather and Lisa then go and get lunch. And as soon as I saw this scene starting, I knew Heather's about to tell Lisa all about what was said about her on the trip. And this is how the whole, it's like what we predicted. I'm like, Heather's going to tell Lisa what Angie said. And Angie, it's going to be a problem because Angie's like, I'll say any of this to her face. No, you wouldn't. And that's going to be the issue.
Right.
What the problem is.
Before you get into it too, I want to say this scene, how it unfolds is also why Heather can't beat the loser allegations. Because when we talked last week, didn't we both feel like Meredith, Brittany, and Heather were all like going for Team Lisa? And so like this like new way that she painted it during this that you're about to get into, I was like, I missed something.
No, like it's like she couldn't wait. This is what she says in her confessional. That's what they plug in before. She goes, I'm not going to just sit here and lie to Lisa and say, oh, the trip was great. Your name didn't come up once. Part of our friendship is being straight with each other. And I'm going to tell her everything.
God.
Ew.
God.
Yeah. Like this is like such an icky, it was grody. Okay.
I know. I hate the way like too on these shows they misrepresent how their friendship used to be. I'm like, y'all hated each other the first half of the years we've known y'all. So like, what are you talking about your friendship? Y'all did not like each other until Jen Shaw went to jail. Like literally. Stop it.
And then like you said, Heather makes it seem like, well, she goes, Bronwyn just dropped that she had been doing all this research on your business and all your lawsuits. And it was clear that she was just there to annihilate you. Now, you see, when you word it like that,
literally,
it's, that's different, annihilate, whatever. But like Heather also, you had to expect that Bronwyn was going to come with something. I mean, you saw what happened at the reunion. She's not just going to sit back and do nothing this season.
Exactly.
But that's what Lisa thought she could. Lisa thought she could play. I kind of take back what I said last week about Lisa's strategy because the whole like I'm too good for housewives thing and like that was her. She didn't think it through enough. She didn't like plan that plan enough. Because Bronwyn was like, oh, I did my research and I'm not ashamed of it and I'm gonna be loud and proud about it. I'm going to be messy. I don't care. I'm going to fucking say it.
Yep.
But like Lisa and then I kind of also hate that she went on Chicks in the Office and gave that talking point about how like she's all about depth and dimension. I'm like, if you were pulling it off, I would believe you, but you're not pulling it off.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And also, I'm so glad I wasn't the only person who saw this. It's actually become like a conversation online.
Oh,
Lisa's eye makeup in one of her confessionals is like either one eye is so much heavier with the makeup than the other, or like something, there's like a mishap happening on that eye or something, because her eyes look like they're two different shapes, and it was really distracting.
Yes, it is correct. I was wondering if you're gonna like bring that up, because you're really good about like pointing stuff like that out. You know me, unless I like do a second watch, stuff like that I will miss the first time. But then when I started seeing it online, I'm like, Lisa looks crazy. What is going on?
Well, also because I screen recorded to make content with it too.
Yeah.
So it was like when I was reviewing the footage, she was like, am I crazy? And I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm not kidding. Like comment after comment. And then other people were the Watch What Crappens made Lisa a picture of Lisa there on the cover. Actually, I think I have it. I think I'm gonna share it. I sent it to my sister because my sister had just sent it. I was about to send it to my sister just now. I was about to send that that photo to my sister in the middle of this live. She would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Do you know I cannot talk? Like if I say someone's name while I'm like doing something on my phone, they're gonna get that message. I'm like, God, that is not who I want to send that to. Damn it.
So this is you can't really see it. So that's what's on the cover. But I even have, you know what? I zoomed in on it too. This is bad. I'm being such a dick. I can't, but it's too I was too glad. I was too glad I wasn't going nuts. It's like we need to examine this further. Hold on. Is this the second one?
Yes, we do.
Oh, hold on. Is this it here? Did I do it? Yes, here we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Lisa.
So when you close in on it still baffles me.
Yeah.
Is it
I don't know what's going on.
It even looks like the inner part of her eye maybe has, like, you know, when you pop a blood vessel,
a sty or something, right? Yeah.
Like I'm not kidding. Not Care Bears writing gout eye.
Oh no. Ooh.
Oh, that's so good. Sorry.
Wait, I love this. Wait, keep putting y'all's theories about what's going on with Lisa's eye in the comments. Who said Blue Hoodie said is the inner lash lifting? Now I wouldn't know necessarily, but
is the inner lash lifting? Okay, it's just, isn't it odd?
Because it looks darker on the outside.
Yes.
It's a lot going. I don't either. The makeup artist maybe hates her or something. I don't know.
Like, and it could be lighting. I hate to say that, but it could be sometimes, like, even when I'm recording.
Oh yes, for sure.
I'll be like, whoa, that lighting looked that shadow looked really weird here. And my one eyebrow looks like there's no eyebrow because of lighting or whatever.
It's crazy.
Irene says, I think it's bad Botox. I get Botox, and that doesn't really happen to your eye.
Cat Thomas said could be a black eye. Now you know Salt Lake City, that could be true. We don't need this lady to have a black eye, okay?
Alicia says the same thing. Alicia says the same thing that I was thinking. I was like, is it just that there's too much on the bottom, like too much eyeshadow on the lower? Right. But it's such a significant difference that everybody noticed it. Everybody.
And you know what's crazy? Because at first I was like, why wouldn't a producer that's like producing the scene say something? But then I'm like, you know what though? I don't know if I would either, because if I see this, I'm like, is this what she's going for? Like, is this the look that, like, I don't know what's trending on TikTok right now? Like, I don't know what's going on, but like, is this what's in right now? I don't know if I would say something either, unless like if I had a good like a close, like we texting about like Game of Thrones or some relationship with the housewife, I'd say something. But otherwise, maybe that's not my place. I don't know.
I love that also on top of that, people are saying we need to talk more about the hairstyle and how bad it is. I
didn't even look at it.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's an odd hairstyle. It's like it is a little bit dated, I guess. And Leah, you're not wrong. Leah said we are not in the second grade, babes. It does have a bit of like elementary school photo day.
That's when your little girl like is blessed to come out with like all the hair in the world. So you just like doing stuff some days. You're like, oh, let's do some braids back here. We'll do one back there. Let's do a ponytail. You know, doing that kind of stuff. This is Thursday right here is what this is. This is Thursday's look for mom. And she's, you know,
exactly that. That's exactly it. This is the Thursday. 100%. That's exactly what it is. That's what it feels like. Someone said, Natasha said it may be the threads. Now, I would like to address these threads because when Lisa was on Chicks in the Office, she talked about, because, you know, in the trailer for this season, we see Angie be like, go fix the plastic surgery that you got to pull your facelift or whatever. And then Lisa stops, be like, actually, no, I get threads. So when she on Chicks in the Office, she described what she gets done, and it's all to like not get Botox in her face. Okay. Because it's poison or fillers. And I'm like, okay. But what she does is this threading thing where, I mean, it literally is like a needle. She's like at the barbed threading. I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't want to look it up. She was suggesting they go look at videos. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm good. Because it pulls you back and she's like, it hurts. Like if I move my head like the wrong way for the first couple of days, like it really hurts. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I got Botox just the other day and like, it's gone. Once I'm done with it, I'm done with it.
Right.
Like, I'm not
like needling down. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not so what she described sounds crazy, but like it also explained to me, cause I've noticed on Lisa, a weird thing around her temple. And I didn't know what it was. So when she was describing the thread, I'm like, oh, I think that's what I've noticed. And it looks weird. I'm
willing to go with any and all suggestions because I've literally, before the season even started, it was hard to look at. My God.
I didn't need to like do that for the whole time. Sorry.
No, it literally, before like the season started, when we were just seeing like random pictures of Lisa Barlow, maybe out like doing press and stuff, there were so many times where I was like, what's going on with Lisa Barlow? Like, I just wasn't sure about what was happening, especially because like the rest of the cast, like, and this is not to give them too many compliments plastic surgery wise, but like I feel like everyone else was looking like really refreshed and looking like how they were intending to look. But I was like, Lisa, you just kind of look like not the opposite. I don't want to be mean to say the opposite, but you looked like out of place a little bit. I was like, what's going on here? Yeah, like, I know I shouldn't be concerned because this is rich people problems, but like, what's happening right now?
Yeah, because she kind of was so proud of that fact too. She's like, I don't do Botox, I don't do filler, but I'm like, okay, but you do something because you know that there's no shame in it. But it's like, I feel like maybe because she's been kind of stubborn about it and maybe like judgmental about other people that do it. So now like she could never do it.
That's always crazy to me when like people will judge other people because they do a different thing. Like you know me, I don't do like Ozempic and all that stuff. I'm just doing it like I gotta try it like it's a whole thing. But like the people that will like look down on people that do like Ozempic or Manjaro, but they're like, oh no, I just get a tummy tuck every now and then. I'm like, what? I'm like, well, what are we saying here? Like, what can't we? Okay, let's just everyone leave everybody alone. How about that?
Yeah. I didn't know anything about threading. So hearing Lisa describe the threading, I'm like, this is sounding like a pretty large procedure to be getting done. So it's not like you can be all above other people going in and getting shots in the face when it's like it sounded archaic.
Right.
Like they were like, I mean, it goes into your like scalp.
Oh,
I know. Like, no, it was awful.
Where does stuff go?
I don't know. Oh, I guess it like dissolves. Maybe did she say that?
Well, no, I mean like if you're threading the skin back, like where does it excess? Is it just like folded here? You got to put your hair like.
I don't know. But I'm not kidding. I'm glad that I heard her explain it because it explained to me why I've noticed her temple multiple times and been like, what the fuck? Because I, as someone who gets stuff done, I'm always like curious when I see like, I'm like, what? I have no idea what that could be or why it would be like that. But it's because she's literally like pulling her face back.
I love that you have an eye to like look out for stuff like that though, because I feel like if more people had that eye, they would avoid bad plastic surgery. Because they're like, "Ooh, what did she get right there?" Okay, I'm not doing that.
Not
I'll just
noted.
yeah, exactly, noted. I feel like more people need to have that eye because you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna take one for the team. Before next week's episode, I'm gonna watch some threading videos and I'm gonna see how it. I'm gonna see how.
I love it. I love you for doing that. Thank you.
I'll check it out because I will admit I do love a Dr. Pimple Popper video. So maybe if I can watch that, I feel like I can watch some threading. So I'll check it out.
I love a popping video as well, but I have a hard time with needles.
You know me,
and I'm like, and you're tatted up, so it makes sense. Right. So like, that's why, like, to me, I don't want to see. Like, I always close my eyes. I have never once had my eyes open when I got injectables of any kind. Like my eyes are shut.
Oh,
yeah, it would be too scary.
I'm opening up now just so I remember to do it. Okay.
Well done. Well done. Oh, are you pulling up videos? Can you see them?
I can see. Well, I'm looking at this. The first thing that popped up when I put in facial threading was this man's before and after. And boy, he needed it. Whatever it was, whatever threading is, he definitely needed it. So okay, so it works for some. But I'm gonna dive into this, everybody. I'll report back when we talk about episode 3.
Oh, I love this. This is fun. Something to look forward to. And I'm going to forget because I forget everything. And so by the time, if you bring it up next week, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, it'll be like a surprise.
There we go. A little gift.
I always
gift.
Surprising myself. My bad memory is always full of surprises in life. I'm like, get out of town. When did we say we're going to?
Like, oh yeah. Okay.
That's adorable. So Lisa, now we're back to lunch with Heather and Lisa. So Lisa obviously is like, lawsuits are all going to be dropped. You know, they're baseless claims. And then she gives us a confessional line that was very reminiscent of our Karen Huger line that we referenced last week. She says, no one sues the bottom bitch. They all go for the top. And I was like, oh, that is you have to make millions to owe millions.
Yep.
Very much that. Okay.
Look at us. We've been soothsayers this season.
Right?
What's going on?
I know.
Love it.
And then I even have in my notes, Heather did that thing that Kendrick pointed out. Because then Heather goes, so what is the lawsuit? I mean, what's it all about? Kendrick said you do that.
I'm telling y'all, I might give it to Heather every episode, but we need Heather on this show. Like, don't get too twisted up, okay? She's doing what she needs to do.
Of course, she says something about like an old business partner, blah, blah, blah. But then she says, I don't own the same kind of business as anybody else in this friend group. I live a very different life from all of you. Now, here's what's so crazy about this line.
Yes.
It's not like she said to Heather, I live a very different life from all of them. She's making herself better than even the person in front of her.
Yep. Bold strategy.
She's like, all of you. I was like, oh, that feels so insulting or something. Like, why would you say that to her face?
Lisa's gonna alienate herself in this group, man. You gotta, even Heather, a dog can only get hit so many times where they're like, okay, like, wait a minute now. I don't like this home anymore. Like, let's
Heather
get out of here.
Your life is not that different from the rest of us. Now, this was edited in, so I'm sure she was saying more, but they edit in her saying, everybody knows I do big things. I'm sorry. What? Everybody knows I do big things. Everybody knows I do big things. Everybody knows you do big things. And then it makes me think of when the episode before where she was on FaceTime with Angie being like, I have to have a work thing and it's like a really big deal. I'm like, so you're the one who's saying it.
Oh, exactly. You want us to say that, so you're saying it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, got it. But then Lisa asks if anyone stood up for her other than you, and Heather just stares at her. And I'm like, no, you're not going to do that. No, you're not. Because Brittany practically fought Whitney for that.
Literally.
You know? And Heather is like, well, Lisa goes, did Meredith? Well, Meredith was Meredith. She defended you at first around the picnic table, but then it just got really heated and ugly. And especially when Angie kind of piled on. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about?
Right.
What are you talking about? When they were by the fire, she had a whole fight with Brittany.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Heather.
Heather.
Oh, Heather. Now you're trying to isolate the other friends out so you can be the only sidekick. Wow.
Literally that. Literally. She's like, I was
Wow.
the best friend to you. So we are definitely aligned this season. Okay. And I knew that Lisa thought she was good with Angie because Lisa's like, I thought we were good. I'm like, I knew it. I knew you thought you were good, which is why you were going to be real pissed when you found out Angie was not good with you, which is crazy. Angie says, no, or Heather says, Angie pretty much co-signed everything that she was saying as fact. And then Lisa starts crying over no one else standing up for her. But she keeps saying, as she's crying, I'm fine. That's the thing. I'm totally fine. I'm fine. I'm like, no one who has ever said I'm fine while crying can convince me that they're fine.
Nope. I'm going to go ahead and say you're not.
But then Heather's so dramatic here. She goes, it's okay for you to have your feelings hurt by friends that have betrayed you. Listen.
God, if this isn't the Lannisters and the fucking... Good God, this is a period piece as I've ever heard it. Like, my God, Heather.
No, Heather really does do that. Like, even last season with Bronwyn, when she was like trying to expose Bronwyn for what she said about Whitney. And she was like, she was not saying the nicest things about you, Whitney. She wasn't. And then when it comes out what she said, Whitney's like, I don't know, Heather, that doesn't really sound like that bad. She's
right.
Like, oh, okay. Well, so all right. So this is just doing it again, you know?
Literally. She's like, well, I wouldn't want anyone to say it about me. So I'm giving it back to you that way. It's like, well, let's just give it back the real way. That's okay.
Yeah, the real way. Exactly. Yeah. Because now you know you're making it worse. Now you know you're just going to make Lisa upset. And, you know, which maybe you were doing on purpose. I don't know. Maybe that was the plan or something. But then Lisa's confessional, I thought was so, I'm sorry, this is just silly. And I feel bad. I have a soft spot for Lisa because she's so ridiculous.
Sure.
But like, I was like, okay, girl. She's crying in her confessional and she's like, all these years of sacrificing. And she's like crying. She's like giving 100%, taking time away for this or that, missing critical events in our life because we were like putting everything into our brand. I'm like, hold on. I don't get how you guys starting a brand and like all this sacrifice, like how did you miss critical events if both you and John were working on things? Like, I don't know. The whole thing sounded weird to me.
Yeah.
You know, like, were you doing it to
draw sympathy? Right.
You doing it with John? So like, what do you mean you guys missed critical events? Like both of you missed your kid. Like, I don't know what you mean.
That's usually if it's like a one parent out of the house making all the money so they have to send it back, but then they can't come to the rehearsal, the recital for exactly that's usually the situation. Yeah. But she's like, no, we both missed everything.
Like you both okay. I don't know. So that was weird to me. And like, of course, no one can rip it down. No one can rip this amazing company down. I'm like, but you also like, you can't be this offended still season after season when they come for your fucking business. Like this has happened over and over. Just get used to it.
Right.
But it's not the worst, most tragic thing. She's always crying. I think that's what's getting exhausting. I'm like, Lisa, you will not stop crying. Everything is making you cry.
You know how I listen. Me and TV, I feel bad because like you got to know when to do it. Like when you cry like once a season, so like if I know you're like someone that's like really strong and then you finally let it all out, I'm like, oh no, that's so sad. I'm not used to seeing this. But then once I see you cry every other episode, it's like, okay, girl, get it the fuck together. Like, what are we doing? It's everything. Like if y'all are watching Big Brother, I stopped a few episodes ago because I'm sick of their asses. But Vince has been crying all season. Like everything makes him cry, and now it pisses me off. It genuinely pisses me off every time I see a video of him crying. I'm like, get out of my life. I hate you so much. So much.
Is it just like it pulls you out of the scene and you gotta like deal with the person crying, and then it starts to feel like, are you just using the tears or something?
And that's what it was with him too, because he would like the whole season he would like try to use the tears to like get sympathy from people, but now he's always crying because like things are looking bad for him, and so it's like I can't tell the difference, but I don't. You're just crying again, so like I know you want me to have actual sympathy for you, but the first 17 times you cried, I wasn't actually supposed to. So sorry, you lost me. Boy that cried wolf. Sorry.
It's like this is what just keeps happening. Is this like crying and she has to walk away because she can't deal with it and like it's too much and whatever. But she's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. That's the thing. I'm totally fine.
Child.
All right. Whitney and Bronnwyn go skiing / snowboarding. And when they're done with that, Bronnwyn knows the details of these Lisa lawsuits. And this is what I was like, okay, so Bronnwyn clocked the fuck in and was like, I'm not going to pretend I'm not clocking in. Like, I am clocked in. If Lisa thought she could do that to me at the reunion, because look, Lisa got her. She got her good with the necklace. So I respect that Bronnwyn was like, all right, okay.
Game on.
Yeah, because you can tell Bronnwyn's smart. You can tell that like she's good with her words too. So she has read the lawsuits cover to cover. She knows everything that's in there.
That's how you do it.
And so then she says that she's right though. Bronnwyn says in this scene, the response to the lawsuits is, we never had a repayment schedule, so technically I didn't default. And that's what this person said. That content creator. Yeah. So right. And then this is when we tie it back into, because I'd forgotten about like Angie posting about Lisa or tweeting about Lisa having a man in Park City or wherever. But this is the guy. This is apparently that guy that got the Amex under his credit. Is this the mystery man? So Bronwyn came prepared to fight Lisa specifically this season. She goes, especially when she's worried about what I'm putting on my Amex jewelry wise. Like, so it's very specific about that.
Right. She's basically, yes, this is retaliation for the reunion. Yes, it is.
100%. Why don't you worry about your Amex that you're using? She sits there and lets Brittany call me a gold digger. At least I'm spending my own husband's money. You have a husband. Whose money are you spending? And then she tilts her head to the side and goes, that's weird. I'm like, oh, she was fucking ready. I'm sorry. She was ready. Well, we have 300 in the room. Hi, guys. Like the live. Do that thing. Don't forget. Oh, thank you. Look at Auntie Niece knew what I was going to say. So yeah, Bronwyn came prepared, and I'm not fucking mad at it. I'm really not mad. She's like, yep, you're going to do that to me. And Andy, when Bronwyn went on Watch What Happens Live, Andy really loved the way Bronwyn dealt with the necklace thing. He very much appreciated that she was honest about it. He's like, I don't think I've ever seen a housewife do that. Like, I was trying to be cool and I cared more about being cool. He's like, he was probably impressed as hell. He's like, I've been doing this a long time and I've never heard someone come back and admit that that was what happened.
No, because that would be exactly when they get another lie that we have to diverge from, and then later on, a season later, they're like, when you were on Watch What Happens Live, you told Andy this, and so yet another lie. So somebody actually being truthful on Housewives, that's unheard of. Are you kidding me?
Especially with like Andy has dealt with lies on all the franchises where they just let someone lie a whole season, and it's like, okay, we know you're lying. Like when it came out about Phaedra telling Portia about the candy thing. Like Andy was just like so confused. He was trying to get Portia to or Phaedra to answer and respond, but Phaedra just stayed there silent. And he was like, you're not even gonna say anything.
Right.
So for Bronwyn to be like, I was just trying to be cool and I cared more about that. He was like, I've never seen it. So
kudos.
Ovation, darling.
Wait, can I ask you?
Yes,
about this fight though, what did you think of Bronwyn's outfit? Because there's been mixed reviews online.
Was it the skiing outfit?
That big blue, like the big blue shoulder pads. You had the picture up when you, I think on
Oh, are you talking about
Oh wait, what scene are we at?
we're at Robert Jr. and Mary.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought we were at the end of like that last like little fight scene. I forgot we were talking about that before. Okay, gotcha.
Then I was like, what is she wearing in the I thought we were talking about the skiing thing.
No. Just that last stuff. We'll get to that later.
But we will definitely get to that. But the next scene is the Robert Jr. Mary scene. This was a tough scene. Tough scene. And I'm going to say something that's maybe controversial, but it's just kind of the facts. I think, unfortunately, that Mary is going to need to like kick Robert Jr. out so he can actually like hit his bottom. If he will ever hit a bottom, because he's not going to make any real changes in this situation. Like he's not found his bottom yet. He's isolating, he has no friends, but I mean, he also could go get a job. Why don't you you could go work, do something like that. And it seemed like Mary was trying to hide her full reaction to hearing that he was using drugs again, because she was like, I am not going to embarrass you on these cameras here or myself, but it was affecting her a lot.
She truly, like, I think she, she wasn't ready for it the last time he did it, but she handled it so well. I think people that aren't in like the spiral don't always like, I think, you're like, oh, well, you went to rehab, so, it's going to be good now. And it's like, oh, baby, we probably got like 6 or 7 more trips before he realizes like that it's going to actually be good now. So I think she generally was like, oh, no, but you've gone and done the work. You've done it now. So like, why are you still doing drugs? And it's like, it doesn't work like that. It's not linear always. It's not linear. And I think she'll learn that, but she definitely don't know it right now.
He was only there for 30 days too.
Yeah.
And it's like with something like heroin or any kind of harder drugs, like it's just better to get more time away. But just the way he was talking and whatever, I was like, he doesn't have any responsibilities.
Yeah.
And they're trying to do this like one day at a time thing where they don't like seemingly ask too many questions or something. But I'm like, that can only last for so long. And so it's a really rough road. Like that's what's so sad when Mary said what she said to Aunt, like when she told Angie, he told me I've done drugs, Mom, whatever. It's like, if anyone has gone through that with somebody, like this is a long road that we're about to go down, because they wanting to change. Totally. That's a thing. But like
lifelong
actual action of doing it, it's really a challenge. So
yes.
So So anyway, I know, right?
No, that's you clocked that, because I think someone said in the comments, I wouldn't see who said it. Where'd it go? They go so fast. Y'all are active in the comments today. I love this. I forgot who said it, but someone said that Robert Jr. needs purpose. Oh, it was Irene. Irene said Robert Jr. needs to get a job and some purpose. Young man is spinning in the wind. Appreciate Mary for sharing the moment, because it's a real moment. But he does. That's what it is. I think until you find like something that's, because obviously we would love, anybody that like has had some addiction. I said we, as if like I have not had an addiction. I've known many that have gone through this journey though. But like, when you go through that, you would love to obviously do it like for your family. Like it's hurting your mom, it's hurting your dad and all that kind of stuff. But until you like hit that rock bottom, or until like you find something that's going to truly keep you out of it, and like something you really want to like be on the other side of it for, you probably will relapse a lot. Like it's nothing to be embarrassed about, but it's just natural. It's going to happen. Like beating an addiction is hard. So let me ask you though, why does whenever someone on reality TV, because like now this is like the 4th time I feel like we've heard someone say they're going away for 30 days. Is 30 days like the new standard now? Because I feel like that wasn't the case at first.
It's the court ordered standard.
Oh,
and I think he was court ordered to go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because that was remember that arrest he had? So I think that was the court order, because he was probably on probation maybe or something, and then he was violating the probation by using drugs or whatever it was. So that's the 30 days is like what the court requires you to do, or to like pass the rehab course or whatever. But yeah, if you really do want to make a change, it's usually 90 days when it's
Okay.
harder drugs, but
Yeah.
that doesn't always work. You know, like people
Right,
go for 90
exactly.
days, and then they come back and they're right back in the same environment, and they can't. That just we're gonna do exactly what you were doing.
Exactly.
So, but like he needs a job. Like get a job. But that's the thing. If he doesn't have to work because he doesn't need to go pay for his place to live, I think he's just like he's been coddled so much that he's not going to learn that.
And I get it because a mom is gonna, a parent's gonna be like, I want to protect you in this moment. Like you're trying, you're going, and you're doing like this and that. But it probably will take some tough love before.
Yeah, like they're gonna have to put a hard line on it.
Yeah,
like you got to go. But that's the scariest part because that's when you like let them leave.
Right.
And then it could get real ugly. We're going down some dark paths right now, but it can get real ugly. They can start like trying to show up at the house and demand money and steal. Like it can get really crazy with addicts and addiction and all that stuff. So, but anyway.
Wishing them well on this journey.
Wish them exactly. I'm like, I just went way too heavy with that.
I know.
So sorry, guys.
All right, back to the funny. There we go.
Okay, Heather and Bronwyn get dinner because Bronwyn wants to figure out why Heather is upset with her. I believe that Bronwyn wasn't being shady. I do. I don't.
Me too.
Think. Okay, good. But then Heather accuses Bronwyn of word salads. You give a lot of word salads. I'm like, she does?
You're right. I'm like, I didn't clock that, but
I'm like, I would think that she's kind of the most direct. Like, if you want to, if I'm going to think of a word salad kind of person, I would maybe even put Heather in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Bronwyn seems like she's pretty eloquent and articulate. Okay.
Yep.
But I think Bronwyn says, like, I could tell I said something that upset you. And then I shut down because I was like, oh. And so Heather has now become that friend for that person for Bronwyn that's like so moody and easy to piss off that she's always going to be like, oh, sorry. Like, it's just never going to be a comfortable relationship.
The eggshell friend. Exactly. Yep.
Then Heather, that's when she says, I have to ask, why would you dump all the data that you did about Lisa and her businesses from someone that you said you wanted nothing more than to be close to them? I'm like, Heather, I need to stop you right now because you are one to talk about like making up with people that or fighting with people you were once friends with and making up with people you said you've declared you would never be cool with Lisa. Now you're sitting at lunches with her telling her all your version of how you were the best friend to her. And like Jen Shaw, like, so what are you talking about? You were there at the reunion. You saw what happened.
Right. Like you're not, I feel like she's like rewriting history and trying to like live in a certain point. It's like, no, we're here right now. Let's talk about present day. Like you're trying to be weirdly like still talking about season 5. It's season 6 now. Like let's move on.
What are you talking about? Right. But then Bronwyn's like, well, look, Lisa has continued to double down on what she said about me. And it was the tweets that Lisa was putting out. Lisa was wild on Twitter last season for sure. She got like real heated and started posting a lot. And Heather goes, so it's retaliatory. Is that how you say that word? Retaliatory.
I think, yeah. I try to those kind of words I try to stay away from because I always fumble. I'm like, wait a minute, what was
You're like, what's another word for that?
Right.
What's a word for that? But so Bronwyn goes, you could call it that, or you can call it me meeting her exactly where she is. And then Heather, I was like, I'm so confused by you, Heather. She goes, well, then you guys need to sit down and talk about it, but it shouldn't affect us. Am I crazy? You're the one who brought it up.
If I were Bronwyn, I'm like, agreed. Like, what do you mean? Hello? Yeah.
What? She's like, it shouldn't affect us, but it does. And then Heather goes, well, you seem really heated. You're the one who brought up Lisa, asked and then accused Bronwyn of being retaliatory. And so she's just responding to you. And then you're like, wow, you seem really heated. Oh, Heather. Oh, Heather.
Boy, oh boy, like the gas.
Right? And Bronwyn's like, but I think it does color your relationship with me. And Heather, I don't have a problem with you. I mean, do you want to be friends? You're difficult. You're the problem.
Exactly.
You're the problem. Period. I refuse to hear anything else.
it's this thing where she's making everyone suffer because of what Jen Shaw did. And it's like, what's like, I'm a whole new person. I ain't did nothing to you. Like, why do I have to? That lady's in jail. Like, why do I have to be the one to suffer because that lady screwed you over and punched you in the eye?
Kendrick, that's a good point.
Literally everyone that's come on this show since then has like gotten that treatment. And it's like, hello, what did I do?
That's a good point. She really is. She's like, I can't ever trust anyone because of what I've been through.
Right.
It's a great point. All right, we're reading a new socialite of Salt Lake City, Amy. We kind of meet her. She's hosting this party, but I don't know if she saw the way it was going down with filming and was like, oh, do not interview me. Right. I will not be having I don't know. Maybe more comes from her later, but like she's not there. She's throwing a social event, and Brittany arrives with Jared, and I was like, I forgot about this fucking guy. Like, he looks like shit, by the way. I'm gonna say it. He looks terrible. He looks puffy and bloated, and like he's gained some weight, and his face looks he's vile. I don't need to see him ever again. He's too thirsty.
He still feels like the type that's like, I'm the prize here. Like, I'm the one. I've got the last name. No, I haven't done anything of note, but still, I've got the last name. So you should fawn over me. And it's like, dude, let's get some more on the resume first. Like,
that's the part I don't like too. I don't like. He's got that like, you're welcome, I'm here vibe. That's you're welcome for my presence, right? It's me. It's me, guys. Okay. Thanks so much. So in the car, Lisa is riding with John, and she looks like she's actually having really bad anxiety. But they're trying to pipe in this confessional through. Even with the confessional, she looks like she's having like she's nervous. She's like the confessional is like, "You guys can't break me. Only I can break me." And I'm like, "You look like you're nervous.
You look, you're broken." Yeah.
Like, you look nervous, but she still she tries to walk in and like own the room, like she doesn't care, which is kind of her game, right? Which is the game. But she's doing so much of the nervous blinking and touching of her hair than she's ever done. And it's like, as a nervous hair toucher myself, I always notice how much people touch their hair. Always.
Yeah.
It's something I thought. And she's always been a hair toucher, so I've always noticed that. But this was so distracting. Like, she was doing it so much that I was like, it's her tell. So even if maybe with her words that she's saying, like, I don't even care, I'm bigger than this. The tell is these, like, you do them subconsciously.
These nervous movements. Yeah.
So she kept touching her hair, and the blinking was out of control. So it was just like, oh God, you look like you're trying to pretend like you don't care, but you really, really care.
Right.
But Meredith plays it safe because, you know, Lisa's like, what did I miss? What I heard she doesn't want to set Meredith up too much. She's like, I heard maybe that people weren't really like being my friend. I'm like, well, no, that's what Heather told you. I don't know why you're just saying Heather told you.
Exactly.
But so Meredith kind of plays it safe. She's like, you should talk to them, you know, like there wasn't a lot of details. But then up comes Brittany, and without missing a beat, boom, she's like, Angie compared you to Jen Shaw. And that was definitely the worst thing.
Yes.
That was said for sure. But Lisa's so appalled at the accusation. And she's like, the way she's talking about it, I'm like, do you not remember that you said this about Bronnwin? She's like, you called me a criminal in front of all of our friends. I would never do that to you. I wouldn't do that to someone I hated. You literally did it.
You did.
Bronnwin.
Yeah. You kind of did.
Like stop. So
Lisa said she was worse than Jen Shaw, right? Was that what she said? Yeah.
Yes.
Lisa, please.
Good point. Lisa goes right over to Angie though, and she's like, we need to chat. And Angie obviously is not as bold as she claimed she said she was going to be. Of course, she's like, I'd say all this to her face, Heather. And then she's like, well, what did Heather tell you?
Right. What do I need to admit during this conversation? Yes. Let's talk about that.
Let's get that out of the way first so that then I can get ahead of that before I incriminate myself unnecessarily. So Angie goes, well, the lawsuits got brought up, and the way Bronnwyn presented the documents and information, Lisa interrupts. Bronnwyn did not go to law school. I doubt she even went to college. I was like, oh, that's not good.
No, already on a bad start.
Yeah.
Oh boy, already.
Like, if that's your first one, we're not off to a good start.
Nope.
Oh, bummer. Well, then Bronnwin wants this fight. Like, she's determined to have this fight with Lisa. But Lisa thinks she could be like, I'm not gonna even look at you, Bronwyn. I'm not gonna give you any screen time. So she goes, "You're dismissed." And I'm like, oh, icky. Don't love it. Don't love it. But then she's like, I'm not upset with you. I don't like you. But Meredith tries to get involved. She's like, Bronwyn, I just think the timing isn't great. And Lisa goes, she's loitering. I'm like, okay, fine. You got one a little bit. Okay.
You go between these accents so well, too, by the way. I feel like I get them confused in my head. So
sometimes I do. Sometimes, like, I'll start to do it. I'm like, that's not them. That's someone else.
Oh, wait, that's okay. Heather,
that's Whitney. Hold on.
Right.
This was kind of annoying to me, though. This scene is like going, and then they cut away to the stupid guys.
You're right.
And I don't need to hear Seth ask Jared if he's in love with Britt. I don't need to ever hear that. Please. I don't need to see his face. Get back where we need to be.
You know, this is one of my pet peeves because I feel like people try to treat a lot of these shows like they're like a Married to Medicine, or I even give New Jersey credit. Like one of these shows, like the men can actually carry their own scenes. And I get it. Like you want some diverse scenes in there. Like, okay, well, let's go over to what the husbands are doing. They're friends too. 100%. But it's like, they're not always interested. In this group, they're just like, Justin would not talk if he didn't have to. So like, neither would John. Both of them are just like, we're okay over here in the background. Like, don't come over here. Seth, on the other hand, he's gonna chase that camera. So
he will.
He's the only one, and we don't need a conversation with just him and Jared. So let's leave the men out of this. How about we just
get back to business, please?
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Lisa says, "I'm not interested in talking to you," and Bronwyn says, "Well, you'll talk to everybody about me, and then you don't want to talk to me because I said things about you that should make people have a question about you and maybe a pause about you." And then Lisa responds with, "I have a question about you, gout dick sucker."
Goodness.
Now, here's what I don't get about this read that Lisa is stuck on.
Let's talk about it.
Is because now Lisa's trying to shame Bronwyn for sucking her husband's dick, which isn't like a thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's her husband.
Right.
And so, honestly, if anything, a wife would be kind of proud to be known as like the wife who still gives their husband blowjobs.
And it's even weirder when the accusation against you this season is that there's another man doing this stuff for you, but you're downplaying someone having sex with their
own husband.
Like, Lisa, let's different role. Let's divert. Let's go another way because this isn't working. We're like 0 for 3 right now at this point in the episode.
James Braun, it's like weird because she's like, "That's how you have clothes, gout dick sucker." And Bronwyn's like, "All right, fine, I'll bite." She goes, "No, Lisa, my husband pays for my clothes. Who's paying your Amex bill?" I'm like, "Well done. Get in there. Get in there."
You set her up for that.
It felt like everything Lisa said to Bronwyn was just a setup for Bronwyn to like slam dunk on her.
Literally.
Like, whoa. Okay. Because then Lisa's like, "That's a lie." Bronwyn goes, "It's in the court case." And Lisa goes, "No, it's not. No, it's not." And Bronwyn says, "Don't put your finger in my face." And I'm so sorry. But Lisa goes, "I'll do whatever I want." And I was like, oh, she knows she's losing.
Yep. Plot lost.
She knows she's losing. And then she like tries to like mock Bronwyn. She's like, "Oh, are we going to put her head down too? We're going to put her head down too." And so Bronwyn goes, "You can make fun of me all you want. It's not going to clear up those lawsuits. Cash will clear up those lawsuits." Not putting your finger in my face, not pretending to put your hair behind your ear and be me. You can yell as much as you want. It's not going to do anything to me. You've been yelling for a year. I'm a liar. I suck dick. I love sucking dick. So I'm not fazed by that.
Boom.
And then I'm sorry, Lisa can't respond. Lisa just goes, "Oh no. Yeah, that's how you pay your bills and you brag about that." Again, her husband, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Right. I think you've like forgotten who you're talking to in a bad, like, it's almost like she used the wrong read.
Yeah.
Like this was for someone else. Like not.
You open up the file and it's like, oh no, wrong syllabus. My bad. Let me go somewhere else.
Yeah. We're like, this is for Bronwyn?
Right.
Are we sure?
All she did was set Bronwyn up to like getting that confessional and be like, well, my Amex bill comes in a box sometimes. And it's like, okay, well, Bronwyn's living a great fucking life. Okay. So if she has to have sex with her husband to live this life, I think most people are going to be like, okay.
We kind of figured that was the point.
Yeah.
Right.
It happens. What are we talking about?
So but Lisa then has to, because so Bronwyn goes, again, she's like, I actually do like having sex with my husband, so I'm not fazed by that. And Lisa's like, oh, now she's okay with Todd. But in Mexico, she was not okay with Todd. Nobody talks more about Todd than you do.
What is happening?
Bronwyn's like, you're making this too easy. She goes, and no one borrowed money behind their husband's back other than you, bitch. So what does that say?
Oof. Lisa just getting punched left and right. Like, oh.
It's getting brutal out here, man. It's getting real brutal for you, girl. And then she goes, is John not aware? Because in the court documents, it says you asked him not to tell John about it. Okay, this is how I know that she might be onto something, because Lisa's like, she thinks she's a lawyer. She thinks she's a lawyer now. She didn't even go to college. I'm like, well, that sounds like someone who's losing this fight and trying to discredit the person presenting this evidence.
Yeah.
Because then what do you think?
With what you already said too, like you already said she didn't go to college. Like let's move ahead. Like, yeah.
We already did that one. Move on. Bronwyn's like, I don't have to be a lawyer to read a newspaper. I'm like, well done. Lisa says, you should really go to school. And Bronwyn says, you should go to work and pay the fucking lawsuits off. I mean,
that's how you do it.
Lisa just kept like setting her up and like, boom, it was like an alley-oop to read her or something.
Truly, like she literally every single time she's hyping her up to do this. And what I love is that Bronwyn is proving that, because we have people like deliver like great like one-liners all the time, but it's the mark of a great housewife is somebody that's quick on their feet, and she's just showing it like literally she can take whatever you give her and give it right back to you. And not only that, she's literally not letting Lisa get, because Lisa keeps trying to like divert from the subject, but she's like, nope, let's go right back to those lawsuits. That's what we're here to talk about. Those lawsuits. Everyone, she's being sued. Let's talk about those lawsuits.
100%. Then Lisa gets real desperate. She's like, she's disgusting. You're such a pig. What? Then she goes, which is the weirdest thing to say right here. She says, I'm going to create a website and post all her lies. Now, I was so happy that Bronwyn saw that opportunity there too. And she said, oh, starting a negative online campaign. We know you love to do that, Lisa. You've done it to many of us already. So I love that you're threatening to do that again.
Whoops.
Ow.
Whoops. Lisa.
You're so fucked. Like that was like, why did you set her up for that? Why?
Right.
Why did you set her up for that?
Oh boy.
Yeah. And then Lisa's the way they show Lisa leaving, she's like, this is like such a joke. This is such a joke. And just like leaving like that again is more like it makes it just look like you are
right.
Girl.
Oh boy.
And then next week we get like a Karen Huger looking press conference.
Yes.
Because Lisa's okay. I cannot wait to see these poster boards in their full effect, because I love when people actually have like poster boards like this, because I have all these thoughts like, okay, who printed it? Who put it into Canva and like made the graphic for it? Like I love all that. So
did Henry help with this? Like, what was going on?
Exactly. So what she's holding up, where she's like, I was sued 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's just all this is. Usually, if you have visual aids, they have like information on them.
Right.
This is just a picture of Lisa, like a press photo of Lisa with graphics of lawsuits that say dismissed on them. And she's like, see, I'm like, there's no information on the lawsuits. It's just these graphics and a pretty picture of Lisa with surrounded by the stamp dismissed, dismissed, dismissed.
I'm excited for this because I want to hear Mary's commentary, because Mary has nothing to gain or lose from this. So she's literally just commenting on what she sees. And I need this to happen right now. Give me the episode.
Yeah. So And we still have a lot of season left. So a lot of season left. Salt Lake City is one of those shows where from week to week, everything feels so important. But then by the next week, there's another crazy thing to be dealing with. So just like enjoy the ride.
Literally, just enjoy it, people. We love silly TV, and this is as silly as it gets.
It's silly as it gets, because Bronnwin might lose the next round. Like it's you never know. Like that's what makes this show good.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
look at some comments.
I think that
I want to say
wrapped. What would you catch some good ones?
Oh yeah, a ton. I want to say my friend, shout out to Grady. Grady listens to the podcast, and he said, because he listened to last week's Salt Lake City episode, he watches with his wife, and he said that Emily does great Salt Lake City accents. He says especially Lisa Barlow. And in the comments when I talked about your accents earlier, everyone was saying you should be doing what's it called, like voiceover work, because you do great accents. So look at you. You might have another career after this.
Oh yes. Because it's really easy to break into the world of voiceover actor.
Yes,
there isn't. Believe me, I looked into it, but it's like, oh, this is also very hard.
Right.
There's a lot of people pursuing it. Danny from the Valley. People like that. People like that.
Oh, Danny.
Actually, I have to say though, my favorite person to ever do though is Meredith, because it's just so absurd.
It is.
There's this one line from, I think it was last season, when they're at the Audrey Hepburn dinner for lunch or whatever. And they were talking, or no, it was something else, but they were trying to remind Angie what she had said about Brittany, because Angie was like trying to deny what she had already said. Yeah. And it's just this throwaway line from, and it's not even like, I don't even think she's on camera. You just hear Meredith go, "We all heard it at Mary's." I'm not kidding. I say that all the fucking time.
She's such a ridiculous. I love the fact that her, Brooks, and I always forget the daughter's name, but all three of them talk at the same level, and and then you have Seth just like over there. It is the funniest. I'm like, what is happening right now?
That's a good point, because then there's Seth.
Right. No one inherited anything from Seth. He's just.
That's so funny. I didn't even notice that. Like the kids are very Meredith, and then there's Seth, who's like, "Hey guys," like, oh.
Right. I'm over here. Literally.
That's so funny. All right. Well, on that note, I think we should call it a day. Thank you guys so much in the chat. This was a fun one, and we will
so interactive.
We will be doing this again, same time, same place next week. Loves you guys. Mean it. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show.
And make sure you're subscribed to and following the I Cannot with Kendrick Tucker podcast, and with Kendrick Tucker on Instagram and Threads.
She's Speaking with Emily Hanks is available everywhere you get your podcasts, on YouTube, and also exclusive bonus content is available on the Patreon. If you want to support our shows, please rate and review on whatever platform you listen, or you can buy us a coffee. Links for everything will be in the description.
Love you all. See you next Sunday.